Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about pocket cuts with the Shaper Origin. A pocket cut is when you remove a large area of wood with your Shaper Origin. So instead of cutting along a line or doing an engraving, you actually remove large areas of wood. And when you start with your Shaper, you will start doing this with the router bit that you get with a Shaper, 6mm in Europe or a 1/4 inch in the US, and that works fine. You can do that. But through time, when you move to projects where you have to remove larger areas of wood, you will realize that it's kind of cumbersome. It's kind of time intensive with that small bit to move up and down and remove everything. And that's why I want to show you a router bit that is better suited for this type of work. And that's this one here. This router bit is called a bottom cleaning bit. I always forget that name. And a bottom cleaning bit has two types of blades. It has the blades on the upper end, so that's this one here, and it has one on the side. And if you think about it, that makes sense. The bottom side blade allows you to plunge into the wood, and the one on the side allows you to move along and remove the wood. And so a lot of the bits that you get with your standard router bits actually don't have both of these blades. They have one or the other. Typically they have a little bit of the side blade and maybe a little bit here, but in the middle they have, for whatever reason, there is a hole. And these are no good to plunge into the wood, but this one works. And so that allows you to go much bigger than with the normal router bit that you get with a Shaper. And you might ask, how big can you go? And the answer is 25mm. If you go to your Shaper and you set a bit size and you choose an excessive one, let's say 50mm, the Shaper will tell you you can't do that, 25mm max, because else it's dangerous for your Shaper and for yourself. And so this one here is a 25mm bit, and with that you can work on the Shaper Origin. And now the question is, how much time will you gain using this compared to the standard router bit? And that is exactly what I'm going to try out. I will take pieces of wood like that and then cut a pocket cut, 10 by 10 centimeters, a square, 3mm deep, and I will figure out how much time you save if you do this with the standard bits you get with the Shaper compared to the bottom cleaning bit that I am showing you here. Let's give it a try. So you see here, I'm putting this piece of wood on my workstation and I'm placing a 10 by 10 centimeter square on that piece of wood. I'm setting the cut depth to 3mm. I am setting the right router bit size, which here is 6mm for the standard router you get with your Shaper. And then I set it to pocket cut and I start cutting. I plunge and I move up and down and up and down and so on. You get it. There's a lot of moving up and down to remove that much of material. And so now I finished, and I will do also a last cut, which is an inline cut to remove all the leftovers. And then we have a clean square. All right, that was it. You see here the result. It is a pretty clean cut. There's a couple of leftovers from moving up and down. You could remove that by just cutting over it multiple times. Doing this required 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Now I'm repeating the same with the bottom cleaning bit. I set the router bit size to 25mm. I plunge and I start cutting, and you see how fast this goes. I move up and down, but just a couple of times. Now I set an inline cut to remove the leftovers, and that's it. Doing this required 1 minute. And now you see the results here. It is a really clean cut. There is one place where there's a little bit of burnt material. And what you can also see is that the rounded corners are much more round with a large bit than the small one. That's because your bit size is much bigger. If you want to clean that, you can take a smaller bit and remove that so you get a better square. All right, now we're back. And as you can see, using that type of bit can save you a lot of time. 1 minute versus 4 minutes, 20 seconds, that's huge, right? That obviously, if you do larger or deeper cuts, gets even more. And normally I say like you shouldn't be rushed, right? You're enjoying working and so you don't want to rush things. But doing large pocket cuts is kind of like not the most exciting work. And so speeding that up sounds appealing to me. And so that's why I will start using these bits in the future to do large pocket cuts. And if that is something for you too, I'll leave you links in the description to these bits. If you buy through these links, I'll get a couple of cents. They're actually not expensive. I will link a set of 5. One is too large, 30 millimeters, but that's not a big deal. You can just leave that out, but the other 4 work. I'll leave a couple of sizes so you can choose whatever works for you. And I hope this will speed up your projects and remove some of the tedious work of doing large pocket cuts. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you around.